Oh, how are you going? Welcome to another round of Redski's Righteous Readings. Cancers, I must apologise, especially with it being your birthday reading for the month of July. I did have to push the button and separate your readings, which I really did not want to do. But unfortunately, the moment needed it to be as such. So yours will probably be the only reading in the end that ends up being split in half. So I do deeply and sincerely apologise for that. I will make it up to you with a bonus additional extra just for cancers at the end for the birthday month because of this inconvenience. Oh, sometimes no matter how much I want something to work, it just falls flat like a pancake on Sunday mornings. But nevertheless, my darlings, let's tap into that divine energy. Let's raise our spirits and lift ourselves up and find out what's coming in for you and your prospective person for the month of July, your birthday month, my dear Cancers. Also, if you've not done so already, definitely consider like, sharing, and most definitely subscribe to the channel. Redski's Righteous Readings, raw and righteous. She have been one, guys. This isn't Sesame Street for tarot. This is raw, righteous energy that will bring in the things you need to know, not the things you necessarily want to know or hear. But that's what we do here. We break boundaries, we break molds, and we bring in enlightenment by raising one's spirit and vibration through energetic energy, as well as good tidings and massive blessings of abundance. So Cancer, enough chit chat. We've waited long enough. Let's hit it. The connection spread for you and your person for the month of July. Happy birthday, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, I've just pulled your cards for you and your person, and I must say it's very interesting. I've just been sitting here for a few moments just in awe, really, of this reading, because there's a lot of layers here. I want to say a lot of layers. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, underlying energy for the reading. We have the Sun. This really speaks of satisfaction, attainment, and atonement. So the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy for the reading Cancer is the Sun. As I was saying, this really speaks about satisfaction, accomplishment, and contentment. It speaks about success and favorable relationships. It speaks of a real atonement of contentment, success, favorable relationships, love, joy, devotion, unselfish sentiment. Could even be engagement or just a real happy marriage and connection. But there is a real sense of pleasure in daily existence. Good friendships, good friend, high spirits, warmth, sincerity, pleasures derived from the simple things in life, and achievement in the arts perhaps. But this is all about liberation. In a nutshell, if one word was to describe the Sun, it would be liberation. Being free. Being in control. Being successful with that. Alright, Cancer, this is your reading, so we will always start with you first. Your thoughts. We have the Knight of Wands coming through here. So for your thoughts, Cancer, you are thinking about a journey or an advancement here into the unknown. You are thinking flight, absence, or a change of residence. So deep set in your thoughts, Cancer, is a change here of some sort. It's a movement, it's an advancement, it is perhaps a little bit of absence, but I'm feeling it more of change, of residence, or a journey and advancement of that nature. In your feelings, and I love this card coming in this placement for you, Cancer, your feelings towards this person, Cancer, we have the Two of Cups. You feel love, you feel friendship beginning or renewed, you feel passion, union, engagement, you feel understanding, cooperation, partnership, and marriage. This is a union. This is a unionship of coming together, of the meeting of the two to move forth as one. This is really a vow of sorts. This is a declaration. This is a unionship. This is a contract of sorts. Your intentions towards this connection, Cancer, towards this person, is the Six of Pentacles reversed. So your intention is to be a bit envious and jealous in a way. Could be also reeling in a lot of bad debt or unpaid loans as well, really swagging in a lot of dysfunction in the pentacle there, in the monetary means. Really racked up an amount. Or you may feel that this person may do it to you. Remember, roles can be reversed as well, okay? Take what resonates. There is a real intention of an issue with monetary means. Let's go back through your person now and see if that can give us a little bit more insight to the two sides of the fence. So your person's thoughts towards you, Cancer, is the Magician. They do think originality, creativity, and imagination with this connection. They're thinking self-reliance, spontaneity, and self-confidence. They're thinking this would be a very flexible engagement, very masterful. May take some self-control. There could also be a chance of deception or sleight of hand, just like a magician can wield his famous tricks. He does so in secret. For this person's feelings towards you, my dear Cancer, we have the Three of Wands. I love this placement too, because it's saying they are feeling towards you, Cancer, a real practical knowledge. They're using sort of enterprisal negotiations through trade or commerce. It's that kind of back and forth of, you know, we're gonna get a good dollar today. You know what I mean? We're waiting for these ships to come in that have all of our monetary product or asset for sale to bring back that monetary wealth. We're waiting on this ship to come in. They're feeling like they're waiting on you. This person is Cancer, I've got to be honest. You feel Two of Cups, they feel Three of Wands. You know, you already see the unionship. They're waiting for you to ask them to join you in this unionship. They're waiting to be asked, Cancer. Their intentions towards you in this connection, Cancer, Queen of Swords. They are going to be very quick-witted, intensely perceptive. They will be subtle about this. They could be sort of bound or shroud in that mourning, privatization energy of absence, loneliness, separation, because they know what this feels like and they don't want to experience this. So they're using that mind over matter, head over heart, you know, to make decisions here, to make their intentions come to light. Putting up shields to protect from pain, past, present. The outcome of your energy, Cancer, and this person's coming together moving forward from July and out is the Fool and the Four of Swords. The Fool is going ahead with a lot of extravagance, a lot of folly, a lot of thoughtlessness, a lot of lack of discipline, you know, very delirium, irrational even. Real frenzy with enthusiasm, naivety, real naive. Like he hasn't lived a day in his life, really. The Four of Swords is saying there will be a time or a need in general and full stop to take respite, to retreat, to take solitude, to take a replenishment and a repose from this connection, from life in general perhaps. But it is really exiling yourself, retreating, full abandonment here. I'm seeing that we just don't feel like we've got the right stuff to make this work. Great now, bad tomorrow. And I'm seeing, rather than trying to work through it, give it a red hot crack, you'd rather let it crumble, sort of thing. It's like, just let it fall. There is so much prosperity to be had in this reading. That's why I'm very confused, and why I stay here for quite some moments, just looking at this in a bit of state of awe. Because what the fuck is this, really? Like, you think there's a journey or an advancement, you feel the unionship, and you do have intentions that there's some bad debt, though. They think that this connection is original, spontaneity, it's creative, it's learned, it's all coming together, it's got all the right ingredients here. Their feelings, they're waiting on you, baby. They're just waiting on you, Cancer, to come on over and tell them that they're the shiznicks. You pick them. Their intentions, Queen of Swords, they're being extremely up in their head. They're going to use their head over heart to make any intentive decisions. And like I said, that fucking outcome, the Fool and Four of Swords, like, this is just, what the bugger, you know, like, It's that that real expression. I take one step forward and I take 3 steps back. I'm square dancing life through. And that's what I feel like you're doing. 1 step forward, 2 to the side, 1 to the back. I'm back where I started. Like, I just fucking square, but I made no fucking progress. There's a bit of, I've got to say, there's a bit of, not aggression, but there's a bit of disdain and a bit of, I don't know the freaking word to try and use to explain it. There's a bit of excitement, I want to say, about this reading. It's a bit of an agitated energy, though. It's not like far into that energy. It's a little irritated. It's a little bit like unsettled. It's a little bit antsy. Like it's a little bit irritated. It's weird. But we're gonna clarify this now, Cancer. Go down a deeper level. Let's go down a level. Spirits and guides, I need clarification of this July reading for Cancer and their person. Please, spirits and guides, I need clarification of this reading for Cancer. For the connection spread, July 2021. Everything happens in its own time, in its own time it will take, and when it takes it, it will be the right time. Timing is everything, it seems. The divine is telling me. You must sit on your hands and feet. You must sit on them. There is no other choice, because to push, to pull, to pry, to bend, to weave, to be anything else would be to ruin it. To ruin what chance, what thread, what weave, whatever it had holding this shit together. It is that pinnacle. Okay, we've got messages coming already. Excuse me. So backing at your thoughts, Cancer, that Knight of Wands is backed by the Ten of Cups reversed. Your feelings was excuse me. Your feelings with the Two of Cups. This is backed by the Knight of Pentacles. Your intentions, Cancer, towards this person, towards this energy, was the Six of Pentacles. Reverse is backed by you, my babies, coming through in your reading. The Chariot. Let's look at your person now, please, spirits and guides. This person towards Cancer. Their thoughts. We have the Magician. Can we please clarify the Magician energy? Ooh. Ooh. Good Lord. That's what happens when you put on a weird voice. She gets real. Okay, so we're clarifying that with the Two of Swords. The Three of Swords is backed, clarified by that Queen of Wands. And that Queen of Swords is backed by the Knight of Wands. Good Lord, if you're a little confused, so am I, but that's okay, because that's the way we roll. Now, let's clarify this outcome issue. Of the two energies coming together, Cancer and this person coming together, moving forward out of through July, we had the Fool and the Four of Swords. I need clarification on these cards, please, and we do. Oof, we have the Devil reversed. Sign of Gap coming through now, and the Ace of Swords reversed. Oof. Bottom of the deck, we do have some abundance though, the Ace of Cups. Fresh new seed in love and prosperity. We're trying to grow this. So the underlying energy here for this clarified portion is great abundance, fulfillment, perfection, fertility. So you could be, very fertile at the moment. So keep that in mind if we want to add to our family, or perhaps we do not. Productiveness, beauty, and pleasure, goodness overflowing. There's a favorable outlook here. You feel, look, I love these two bottom of the energy, the bottom of the deck energies. Ace of Cups and the Sun. This is beautiful. This is fresh new prosperity. This is attainment and success. This is like winner, chicken at dinner. The only thing better is if that was the Ten of Cups. That was upright. We do have the Ten of Cups that's hearing your thoughts, which we're about to investigate now. Let's go back through it. Let's square dance. Your thoughts, Cancer, towards this person. We have... Sorry, I got a little... This shit coming through. Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So in your thoughts, Cancer, towards this person, you have thoughts of an advancement, of a change here, of a movement. Ten of Cups reversed, though, does say this could lead to some loss of friendship, unhappiness, family quarrels, pettiness, rage, difference of opinions, not seeing eye to eye, some disruption here.
Your feelings, that Two of Cups backed by the Knight of Pentacles. You feel complete unionship. You want a unionship here with this person. You have strong connection. You want engagement, union, passion, renewed, beginning, whatever. It's marriage, cooperation, partnership, understanding, and it is the fusing of two to become one, baby. That Knight of Pentacles is talking about being very mature, being very reasonable, being reliable, methodical, patient, persistent, and a real ability to conclude this task, no matter how laborious, with pure organisation. Thrifty. Like the way I'm hearing you say it, Cancer, it's I got it in the bag. It's in the bag. You know, I feel it. I know it. I'm using that pentacle energy, slow movement to really understand it, feel it out. I like it and I want it. Your intentions, Six of Pentacles reverse and the Chariot. Six of Pentacles reverse is talking about some loss of money or unwise investments. Maybe a bad debt, you know, unpaid loans, some selfishness, some envy, some jealousy even here. With that Chariot, Cancer coming through here, we are using a journey, an advancement, moving forward, moving forth. We've really got adversity to be had here. Conflicting influences, yes. Some turmoil around us, or vengeance, yes. But we will be successful. Possibly a voyage or journey as well, an escape here, or a rush into a decision so damn fast you haven't thought it all through and you don't know what you're going to do once you do arrive upon the situation. Let's skittle over to your person now and let me have a sip of my coffee. Red skis, voice skis getting a bit raw ski. Now, let's go back through it for your person. So their thoughts towards you, Cancer, we had the Magician, and then this is back by the Two of Swords. So this is having all that is needed here. They think it, they have it, it's attainable. They have all the ingredients here. They have all of the tools to make this happen. They've just got to bring it into fruition. But the Two of Swords, it says they have some fear here. They have a lot, actually. They have a real need to, in their thoughts, to balance this force with harmony, any concord with offsetting factors. They really just want this to be affectionate and not have to think so much. They're feeling Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oof, so much passion. They're waiting. They're waiting for you, their ship, Cancer, to come in and say, I pick you, baby. The Queen of Wands is a very sympathetic, understanding, friendly, loving, chastity, charm, grace, gracious person, hostess, all that love and shit. She's sincere, she has sincere interest in others, and she would help others if need be. They're waiting for you to come and be their queen. This person feels it. Extremely strong. Their intentions, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. So their intention is to be mind over matter, very narrow-minded in their way of going about it, being very specific, being very particular, not deviating, being very in the moment, make the decision, cut to the chase, and that's it. The Knight of Wands is talking about a movement here. It's about a journey. It's about advancement into the unknown. It's acceleration, flight. Could also be absence or change of residence. Again, so their intentions are towards you, Cancer, is to be quite cutthroat. Cut to the point, quick to the chase, and they're going to move very fast. They're going to be free, flitting and fluttering around. They're really trying to make movement here through not just their narrow-mindedness of their thought process, but also movement in actual fucking movement. The outcome of you two, Cancer and this person, coming together, moving forward. We had the Fool and the Four of Swords. This is saying being very naive, maybe a bit neglectful as well, due to just not giving a flying A to the K, hey? Just not giving a flying frick at all about any of it. It's like a newborn baby going out in the world for the first time. They just want to touch, feel, taste, experience. They don't give a shit about the rules. Four of Swords is talking about we need to exile here. We need to retreat, abandon, separate, take to tomb, go back into self, withdraw, away. Outcome, clarified. Ace of Swords reversed, the Devil reversed. Devil reversed is talking about releasing from bonds that binded us where we were subordinate. We're overcome us. We are releasing from this. We're releasing the shackles. We're taking control, having some breaks now after a period of anxiety and or issue. We are starting to make way. We're starting to make gains. We are moving forward, and we are releasing this shit. The Ace of Swords reversed, though, is saying that there is a lot of debacle still around this. Some disaster, self-destruction, violent temper, a lot of embarrassment, some obstacles to overcome. It could also mean an issue with being infertile, with fertility issues too, if you're trying to have a child. This is like a seesaw, rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth. They feel it, I feel it. Then they don't feel it, but I still feel it. Then I don't feel it, and they still feel it. And this is so damn back and forth, back and forth. It's like a little rowboat in choppy sea, and it's getting really rocky out there. Cancers, you really feel this Two of Cups for this person, this Knight of Pentacles. Use your intention, the Chariot, and move forward and tell them. Tell them before they get so sick of waiting for you to come in that they walk away. You don't want to lose a Queen of Wands. You don't want to lose someone that's sympathetic, charismatic, and actually gives a shit and actually really is invested. Even if it only lasts a week, a month, a year, a lifetime. Who gives a flying frick? At least you got to experience a true Two of Cups connection. Like, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of goodness here, but it's just, you know, something needs to be said, sorted. There's something that needs to be said or sorted here. And I'm not quite sure what, to be honest. I'm hoping you might. Let's get all those additionals now for Cancer. And again, of course, happy birthday for the suns out there. All right, Cancer, let's get into those additionals now. Actually, let me start with the ruins. And isn't this the most gorgeous light you can make it? Okay, let's pick the ruin for Cancer for the month of July 2021. Ooh, I know what ruin that is, but I'm not going to say a word, at least not just yet. Sorry, Cancers, but birthdays are also about suspense as well. Sometimes it's good for y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, Cancer, it's not very polite for me, is it? But I must say, I must. Alright, let's find out what spirit animal be gifted to Cancer for the month of July 2021. What spirit animal? Oh yeah. We do have the honeybee for Cancer. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. We definitely need to champion that at this time. Let's get to your angel now. Cancer, please, for July 2021. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What angel be theirs for July, please, spirits and guides? Angel for, there we go. Number 29, the angel of relationships. The angel of relationships, very, very interesting now. Now, before I go into all the meanings and all that lovely jazz, there was one thing I did promise to Cancer, because I did split up your birthday reading and I do feel really bad about it. I wanted all these readings to be, we won't get into it because I get frustrated. I'm pulling you additional cards from two different decks, the Wiccan Oracle as well as the Island Time Wellness, okay guys? Which I'll read together with these messages for you, my darlings, okay? And again, apologies about the reading being split into two parts, but happy birthday. So from the Wiccan we had the cardinal points of the compass, and we have the west side. The west side's the best, baby. East side, west side. Maybe some opposition fluttering around. What messages? Woohoo! Oh, and as I said that, just then this fell. Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic options, not showing hand and gambling. Ooh, risky business, baby. We're betting highs, are we? We're betting the house. I would recommend against that. Never known a person that's walked away happy from that one. Let's get into the messages now. So we're starting with the honey bee. Honey bee. To reap all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness. Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached, so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments, rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non-judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. To do so, think of someone, past or present, with whom you have arguments or criticisms. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticisms that you have about this individual, preferably capture with one word, such as selfish or cold. Find a quiet place, go inside yourself, and look for that part of you that's exactly like what you were judging in this other person. It may be a very prominent part of yourself or a rather small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. Once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat 2 to 3 times and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. Then we had the Angel of Relationships, number 29. This goes as follows. You have received this card because you are worried about a relationship issue, and your Angel of Relationship has heard your call for assistance. When you are experiencing challenges regarding a relationship, you don't always have the clarity to see both sides of the situation. The reasons you are being challenged. Your Angel of Relationship is not here to judge either side of the conflict. She is here to guide you and allow you to carefully assess the relationship. She will endeavor to show you the best possible outcome to heal this situation. Your Angel of Relationship will never interfere with your relationship. She will only endeavor to create a bridge between the parties involved to achieve a positive outcome. If the issue is about a current relationship, ask your Angel of Relations to show you if there's a chance of reconciliation. This situation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if Mercury is still retrograde, but my tongue is so tired today and just twisted. If your question is about reigniting or healing a past relationship, it is important to ask your Angel of Relations to assist you to achieve this desired end. Visualize the situation healed and know in your heart that you have done everything humanly possible to assist with this positive outcome. If you're currently experiencing an issue with your children, visualize that all parties are aware of the love you have for them. Ask your Angel of Relations to show your children, no matter what the issue they experience with each other or with you, that you love them all unconditionally. Love has no boundaries, and your Angel of Relations is here to show you how to share this belief with those you are currently experiencing challenges with. The affirmation with this card is as follows. I gratefully accept the help of my Angel of Relationships. I surrender this issue to my Angel of Relationships. I trust in her guidance and the love she shares with me and those in my life who are challenged at this present time. Before I read the ruin, I do want to get you your other additionals. So like I said before, we did have the House of Cards, which was take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. And then we had the Cardinal from the West. Journaling around the magic circle, the West represents the time of day where the sun sets and the annual movement from summer to autumn. The power of the West is the maturity of the adult. It is consolidation and strength where the fruits of our endeavors can be harvested. It is also the time to look within, a time for self-examination and reflection, allowing the transformation of experience into knowledge or matter into spirit. West is the direction to work with when you need to take stock and evaluate a situation. It is a time for self-evaluation and careful consideration as you prepare for new action. Hence, it's associated with the qualities of introspection. The West. Okay, now we get the final final piece of the puzzle. And again, I would like to say thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me and giving me the pleasure to read your birthday reading for July 2021. So your rune is number 4. It is the rune of grief. It is number 4, the rune of grief. Grief. In drawing this rune, look to the care of your heart, for heart is where the deepest memories of grief are held and where grief's wounds will finally be healed. Rare indeed is the life that has not been touched by grief. Whether the grief you are feeling is in the present or an old sorrow you are now strong enough to face, remember, without the experience of grieving, you may never move beyond that which has caused you so much sadness, so much pain. Be it the death of a child, a spouse, a friend, a parent gone but never truly mourned, feel your grief and embrace it, for it is the depths of grief that we come to know and value life. Ask yourself if this rune is a messenger sent to connect you to the grief of another, someone who is overwhelmed with grieving and sorely in need of a friend simply to listen or share their tears. Grief wears many masks. Remember this whenever it is the heart of another you are being called to care for. In regret, grieving takes another form. Regret for what was done or left undone, for what was said or not said. The ruin of grief can serve as a gentle reminder to make amends where you have wronged another, to do or say what you know in your heart will heal the past. Sometimes feelings of regret and loss arise when we fail to take advantage of an opportunity. We tell ourselves it was the chance of a lifetime and we grieve for what we've missed. In looking back, acknowledge that your path lay elsewhere and make your peace with that, what was not to be. If you have been too long alone with grief, this rune is saying reach out for help to family and friends or having a fellowship that will welcome you with understanding. For some, this rune announces that the time has come to mourn an old sorrow. For others, it heralds the end of a long period of grieving. Either way, know that even the deepest grief, when fully felt, will lessen and soften over time. There is a calm to be found on the far side of grief, a peace unknown to those who have yet to grieve. If nothing else, receiving this rune calls us to spend a moment in prayer for the relief of pain, the practice of kindness, and the restoration of peace in our troubled world. We ask in the name of all thy creatures that our suffering shall cease, that we shall be fed and healed, provided with safe haven here on earth, and then, O divine mystery, a home in thee. Thank you for joining me. Red Skis Righteous Readings, raw and righteous, and happy birthday, Cancer. Namaste.